how they lost women is beyond. I mean, I'm not surprised doing what I know.
No, but you know what pisses me off with that, with them saying how they lost women?
What?
You got Serena Williams in house. So make that make sense to me.
But look, she got her own design team. But how much have you seen them push?
That's what I'm saying. If you already got essentially the cheat code there,
and we talked
especially
about
now she's retired. So I'm not saying she ain't got nothing else to do. But she retired.
What's a cheat code without the user to press the button?
He ain't lying.
Because we all know, we seen firsthand who are in control, of those who green light those decisions.
Yeah.
So when a woman or someone say, "Hey, this is dope," and we seen who say yes or no to stuff, that's your answer.
But we talked about it last week. You know, I mean, when you got people sending emails talking about, "Let me see your titties."
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
Forgot about
Yeah, you harassing the women that you actually got on campus.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, your focus is on that. Like, it ain't no surprise that
But I mean that.
But like
that's
I said,
one way to lose women.
To whoever sending them emails.
I was about to say, like, I said last week, like, you got my man probably sending out citations for shoes. Like, yo, if there's ever a moment to give out citations.
Hey, look, we need to jump in. We need to go back on campus with
we
the
need to
whistle.
send him with the whistle.
Let me find it. Send them emails. I'm coming to your office.
I'm like, that was your time to shine, bro.
Right, they settled that lawsuit, right?
Yeah, they settled it.
So that name will never come out now.
Yeah. But, it's
but no, like I said, you got Serena Williams in house. You got Sha'Carri Richardson in the house. Who she's
how much did they push her since?
That's again.
And she has a dope style.
That's what I'm saying is
Her
I get it. I get it. If you didn't have any of those people in house, yeah, use this as the cheat code.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of like reintroduce yourself or get back into that market.
Yeah.
But you have those people already.
Remember the shoes we saw? The boots?
Yes.
Yeah.
The track outfit?
I was going to say the track outfit. That in
And
itself.
where have you seen that at?
No, that's my point. Because they...
Which goes back to who presses the button on stuff. You can do it, but if somebody who looks like a certain way in a certain demographic and a certain gender is saying no to stuff, then this is what you're going to get, which is why it needs to be more of like, if I'm gonna have a women's line, I'm put women, like, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When Beyonce goes on tour and she do her women empowerment, it ain't just in her music. She has a black choreographer, she has a black band. I mean, she has all women band, all women choreographer to give it that sense, because when women see other women grouped together, it does something to them, right?
He ain't lying.
You can do that here. Let y'all go, because guess what? When it does not work, like you said, you can say, well, we put all women in charge of it. We try to empower you as much as y'all can, and it didn't pan out, then we can sleep at night. But when you got people saying yes or no who didn't grow up in the sneaker culture, when a dude who wore Sperry's his whole life, or maybe a Monarch here and there, is telling somebody, "Oh, that's not the Jordan release," or "That's not the outfit to release," like that's like, come on, you're not of the ilk of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you came today.
That's the pause of the day so far.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like that's like, it's just, to me, I'm just being real. That's what that's your problem. You don't have nobody in power and control of the culture, which is one of the reasons. NFL, hey, we get killed by the black people. Jay-Z, can you come save us, please? Because when they did it on their own, it was getting murked. But when you have somebody of the ilk, and people are now watching the Super Bowl halftime shows the last 7 years more than they had before, and there's less criticism, then you have that. But
they hate it this year.
But that's where you get to the DEI conversation, because, which is crazy to me that we even had to have that conversation, because people forget why we even had to put those initiatives in the first place. Everybody talks about merit-based, but I'm like, when has it ever been merit-based? Two, let's not act like they just putting random people in these positions. These people are qualified. They just now are like, okay, we got to give more opportunities to these people for a number of reasons. One, because they were disadvantaged for so long. Two, to your point, who knows a woman better than a woman? So you know what? If we're trying to have a woman's campaign, it might behoove us to have a woman spearheading that campaign.
But you're asking a lot, because we had somebody who we interviewed back on the old studio, and they were asked to do the Black History Month collection, and it was no color shade.
Yeah, nobody black on the
and he
Black
told
History
them,
Month.
like, should you have a black person working on this? Like, so that goes back to
But then be
tone
like,
deaf.
but then use the fact that it's not successful to discontinue it. It's not successful because you ain't put the right people in. Dog, it's like a snake eating his own tail. It's like, dude, it's like,
He sucks. Bad.
It's like their last That last 3 to 7 years, if you want to see it, it's almost like watching Drake battle Kendrick. It's the same way Nike is trying to get back to where they are. Lack of self-awareness, the wrong move, and just like you can do, you can go this way, right? And you steady go this way, and then you wonder why things pan out the way it does for you. Like, and we only say this because Nike is a part of the black culture because we don't have anything to breathe over from where we originally are. So everything we make up in the last 60 years is culture. Do-rags, the way we dress, sneakers, our slang, our talk. Music. So we kind of make everything culture. So we've been a part of that, right?
Yeah.
And you have given athletes their platforms to do whatever. And you know what I'm saying? So that's why we care so much, because it's part of our culture. But at the same time, we can care so much, but when the disrespect has now gone larger and larger from how we're marketing or how you've given product to us. And another reason too why you're losing women prices too, and this goes to men, your prices. He ain't lying.
Yeah.
You should have a tier system. You should have an entry level where we can keep the sweet spot. We can have a mid tier. And then if people want to spend the bag, you should have that. You can cover all bases.
Well, this goes back to, it was a couple years ago when they like removed all their products from DSW. It was like, yo, like, who shops at DSW? Mostly women. I would say predominantly women. To remove yourself from those marketplaces, to not have women spearheading campaigns or running departments that are geared towards women, like, that's one quick way. Like I said, I'll never forget that conversation. Like, how many people was in that group? We was about, what, 20 people?
It's about what? About 15, 16.
Okay, sitting there, two
from Toronto. You had Sneaker Girl. You had MJ. It was me and you.
Some other
Julian
folks
was there. Oh, the other person that you don't like no more.
He sucks.
Yeah.
No,
but
family related.
It's probably a full list of those.
Family related. Yeah.
I'm trying to forget. I mentally erased them. I erased them like the end of Back to the Future when the family started disappearing in that picture. But no. But my point is to have a conversation about women where you're trying to reach more women. We got two girls or two women sitting right there, and all these dudes got something to say, taking over the conversation. And as a matter of fact, because I remember, I'm not gonna say no names, but I remember somebody was like, yo, like, they noticed how quiet I was, which is unusual.
Very.
Yeah. And I was like, I just find it funny that, the topic is, how can we reach women? You got two women sitting right here and they ain't had a chance to speak edgewise. And then it's just like this epiphany happened. I'm like, why is this such a deep, why was that so hard?
That's what she said.
I think.
Am I lying?
No, you're not lying. I can say what I'm saying profoundly because I literally at work just did a Black History Month presentation about Black women and what they go through, what they're at right now, and their contributions to society. And for women, but like one woman told me, like, I've been in my field for 25 years and I got my first opportunity here. So all the background, me trying to move up the company, men suppressing me, all these things I went through, and like your presentation embodied everything I felt. So when I'm saying this as somebody who has did a presentation representing women, I'm no woman for, but I see what women go through on a daily basis and I know how to speak to them on that. When you don't have nobody from that who looks at women a certain way, they're not going to be that empathetic. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be that open-minded to see, like, hey, this is where we should go. Yo, talk. And like, you can't say you forgot about Serena. She got the biggest building on campus.
Yeah, I was going to say. No, Guru. I can't wait for us to go back because like that building is so stupid big.
The views.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, it's like, why?
To me, it's just
shout out to Serena for having, literally the biggest building in the state.
Yeah.
This is why I get so frustrated with brands, because
like I said, I just said it. You got the person in house,
there.
and that's just
and
one
she got
person.
Her whole design team.
But like I said, that's just one person.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about Asia Wilson just got her first shoe. You mean to tell me? But I'm saying, like, you can easily branch with women. You can branch into women's sportswear.
But here's
easily,
because WNBA is your cheat code because everybody's watching WNBA and
Except
even
for
college right now more than they are WNBA because they're actually competing harder and more
they're
skill,
trying,
right?
yeah.
So like you got your cheat code to get the product out into front of the masses, but look what happened. Caitlin Clark got her shoe. Asia Wilson got the out cold resume. social media had to punk you into giving Asia Wilson her shoe,
which is dope actually. By
yeah,
the way.
yeah, it is.
I actually like that.
But
shoe.
Asia Wilson we shouldn't have to champion for her, who's already a Nike athlete, to have her own shoe with the resume that she has, who done won chips in college, MVPs, won chips in the WNBA, to somebody who just stepped foot on the court and you give them one of the largest deals ever.
Yeah.
Like it's to me, it's lack of awareness.
Sabrina had one before.
Yeah, Sabrina had one before.
right?
Yeah.
Next year,
Well, her
She
shit
won the
is-
title and shouldn't have won.
And
I was gonna say her
Minnesota
shoe is basically a
should've won
Kobe.
that. There you
I was
go.
going to say, in the NBA and college and high school players wear Sabrina's shoe,
Yeah.
men and women.
Men
I
and
gotta
women,
say
yeah.
this too. Asia's shoe feels like it feels like it's her shoe, not just
and
like
the clothes dope too. Like they
Yeah.
really took her personality, like her collection. It was dope.
That
They
is
took-
what I'm saying
No.
in terms of you
When you
have
have a
that
woman-
in house.
when you have a woman actually kind of directing things. Like she got the hoodie with the satin lining.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just for a black woman
Now,
when they
if,
had to go to
if
bed.
it's the same woman that worked on Sabrina's shoe,
Yeah. I wonder.
Nike, she was dope.
I wonder if
because
it's
she did the Kobe.
Remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think if
She
she's the
was
one.
dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She was dope.
but that's why
She
I never
was like-
understood.
She was into the shoe.
Yeah.
She was
Not
like,
only into the shoe, but she was also into the player. She was into their
Yes.
career.
See,
Like
that's
she was
the-
invested.
She studied that person.
But that's the frustrating
know
thing,
what
the
they
way
like.
he's saying though, because like you'll meet people like that, right? And you'll meet all these talented people who have a passion for what they do. They love sneakers and all this other stuff. It's the decision makers.
Who the fuck is their boss?
But that's not
Clearly
just,
somebody
loafer-
that don't know nothing.
Some loafer wearing motherfucker.
that was not just at Nike though, because they did that when we was at Villa, when we saw the buying team right before DTL bought. We saw the buying team. It's like, dog, this person is gonna tell me right here on, because they had email. They sent out your pictures or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like this person right here is over allocation, so he is gonna tell me that I only need 12 pair of Jordans. And he probably go home and do it. And the lady who's over sneaker training, they hired her, then told her to come to me to fill out the sneaker training book and to get the sneaker training program. I said, how many shoes you got? She was like, I said, how many sneakers you got? She was like, 1 or 2. So how can you create a sneakerology program if you're not into sneakers?
That's like having a vegan run a steakhouse. It's just like, like
It's like,
but it's like that's what it's like though. It's like what you don't know.
no, you do know, but your disdain for that may be interfere with actually making a successful and attractive product.